Sorry, juice. There we go. So good morning. I'm sorry. I've been out here talking. You can't hear me. The mic is off. What it do, Big Juice? Good morning. Welcome to the Wake Back and Come On the show. We got a good show this morning. We gonna rock out this morning. We gonna have some fun this morning. We got some things we gonna talk about, especially this new R. Kelly sex tape. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell this man got tape from. So we'll be back with That's Crazy Mondays right after this.
You might say we started this fight. Know you feel the vibe, I know you do. See, I'm not trying to get you with the line. We can just do lines of what drug you choose. Cause you're so beautiful. Everybody in here knows that you wanna get close. Nobody has to know, baby, let's go. You don't have to be alone. Pretty sure you're what I've been waiting for. can do it twice. Come get high on life with me tonight. You're so beautiful. Everybody in here knows if you wanna get close, nobody has to know. Baby, let's go. You don't have to be alone. You're pretty sure you're what I've been waiting for. Cause you got rhythm in a good beat, so put that rhythm on me. I know we got that love. Touch me till I'm numb. Baby, don't for me. You feel so good to me. I know we got that love. Touch me till I'm numb.
I'm grateful for being in the building this morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? Anybody else grateful to be alive, thankful to be alive? You can put it in the comments, just say, I'm grateful to be alive. Good morning, Big Juice. There we go, we live. We are here, we are in the building. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, March the 11th, 2019. And we still here, ticking, breathing. We still got some things going on. Right. So we here, we live, man. I appreciate everybody that's coming in. Everybody that's coming in now. Everybody's gonna watch later. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for all of you. I am. Truly. So what it do, Big Juice? Who else is in the building? Let yourself be known. Don't be scared. It's okay. You can tell people that you watch the Way Baby Coffee on the show. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. And make sure you got you some good coffee. And if you don't know which coffee to get, go get you some good Folgers. Folgers is the best coffee that's out there right now. Yes. Thank you, Folgers. I appreciate you. So, oh man, it's an incredible weekend. We got some nice topics today. What we talking about today? Big Juice. Did you hear R. Kelly got a sex tape? Yes. R. Kelly got a sex tape. Right. And we also gonna get into this new census question. Because did you know that a federal judge has blocked a question that the Trump administration wants to add to the census? Okay. And it's now a man who is suing an abortion clinic on behalf of an unborn child. My brother, I applaud you. Chill. I applaud you. I applaud you. So how's everybody doing? Man, what Big Juice say? R. Kelly posted bun back at McDonald's again. Hey man, listen. Somebody posted that man, and we can't get mad at that. You can. I don't understand why. But you can't mad at that. I'm sorry. So hold on one second. Did y'all know y'all gotta update your phones? It's almost like having a computer. If you don't update the phones, everything else on the phone won't work. It's almost like having a computer. If you're 2 updates behind, that means everything else on the computer is running behind. Same class on phone. Just keep your phone updated. Right. I love y'all. So Big Juice, this is crazy. R. Kelly done posted bell. But before we get into R. Kelly, let me tell you what else is crazy. Listen. This is crazy to me. I don't know if it's crazy to somebody else, but this was crazy to me. This story right here. Let me pull this up on the screen so you can see it. Right here. This man. This guy. Now this is crazy. Man charged with super aggravated sexual assault of a 3-year-old. And not only did he sexually assault a 3-year-old, he gave her chlamydia and gonorrhea. San Antonio, Drayvon Perkins. This man's 26. He looked 50. 26 has been charged with super aggravated sexual assault. That's what it say right here. Super aggravated sexual assault of a 3-year-old girl. According to the court documents, the toddler was taken to the hospital after the mother noticed discharge from the diaper. At the hospital, the girl was seen by a SANE nurse. SANE. That's a special nurse that takes care of children. Okay. Who's confirmed that the toddler had several sexual transmitted diseases, including chlamydia and gonorrhea. Perkins, who was with the child while the mother was at work, also has the same STDs. While in police custody, Perkins admitted to the assault, which happened in January. He also told the police that he was doing drugs when the assault was being committed. Listen. Ladies, you can't keep your baby there, everybody. You can't leave your babies with everybody. Because this is crazy. Because if you're the mama boyfriend, and this man has chlamydia and gonorrhea, that means that y'all sleeping together too. So you should have chlamydia and gonorrhea just as well as the child. But they didn't say anything about the mother testing positive for STDs. but the man admitted to the assault. So what does this say? We have all these men out here touching little babies. What do we do? How do we teach them? How do we reach them? See, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. That you are looking at a 3-year-old girl. Three. What? Oh, okay. Let me keep moving on. I've been on this house all day. Big Juice, what else is crazy this week? Oh man, what really happened to Kendra Shanice Reed? Miss Kendra Reed was a North Carolina student in Winston-Salem State. She was found hung from a tree. Right outside the school. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen. You can't tell me that crazy. That is crazy. Good morning. I'm echoing. Let me cut this mic out. Hello? I can see that shouldn't even be on. That's off. There we go. Can you hear me now clearly? And go. There we go. Yeah, I had Miss Mama Quita's button on. Mama Quita's not with us today. We're gonna keep Mama Quita in prayer. She had a friend that was going through some things. She was in an emergency with her friend all last night. So she's trying to get her rest on. So I can understand that one. So yeah. So right here, what really happened to this lady? This is crazy to me. College student mysteriously just found hung from a tree. And they have video of 2 young men putting her on the tree. But the video got taken down. Said the body of a 20-year-old Winston-Salem college student, Winston-Salem State student, was found hung at a park last month. People are questioning the circumstances around her death. The Southmore, North Carolina Historical Black College was found hanging in a wooden area in Finch Park, just outside the Lexington area, on April 28th. Oh, my phone, it's not plugged in. So, they ruled it a suicide. People trying to say it's foul play because the video came up about the situation. What do you think? So, what do you think? Let me know. People just being found hung in trees in 2018, 2019. If that ain't crazy, I don't know what is. That's crazy. That you're still not safe. Even when you send your kids off to college. This pisses me off because only one story is dominating the news. Oh yeah. And matter of fact, come to find out, this is the 3rd person to be hung within a year in North Carolina. Or found hung, rather. News media got other things to worry about. You know, it's a narrative they trying to. It's election year. Trying to get y'all up on other things. Trying to get y'all up on other things. Right. You know, just like this right here. Like this right here, Miss Christie, this is more important. And, you know, or maybe not. But this is crazy to me right here. Right. A Saudi teen arrested for the Macarena dance on the Hadia streets. Now, it's a little video of this little boy right here. He's out there doing the Macarena. And people videoed it. It went viral. And the local authorities found this little boy and charged this little boy. Charged the little boy. He charged him. Let me go back. Because they charged him with impeding traffic and something else. And this came from the Russian Times, by the way. So he got a lot of criticism for this video, and he's only 14. And the video went viral years ago. It said authorities analyzed the video online. They found the boy and they arrested him for disrupting traffic and violating public morals. That's crazy. They violated public morals. Also, for those that like to dab, to do the Cam Newton. In Saudi Arabia, did you know, and this is what really made me bring this story out, did you know that it is against the law in Saudi Arabia to do the dab? Because doing the dab in Saudi Arabia, it is, good morning, Miss Margot. Saudi Arabia, it's against the law to do the dab because it is connected with drug use, according to the article. It's connected to drug use. So it's forbidden. Oh, for its connotations with drug use. Right. The dab is connected to drug use. So it's against the law in Saudi Arabia. Bow. Kick that field goal. Oh, he scored. You're going to jail. That's crazy. Crazy. Listen, this gets better and better and better. This gets better. This gets better. This gets better. You know what else is crazy? This is, listen, this is crazy to me. Y'all know next year, we got to take census again. How many people know next year we had to take the census again? Okay, so now, since the census has to be taken again, that's in 2020. There's a question that the Trump administration wants to add to the census. And the reason behind it is so it can stop voter suppression. And it can stop the confusion of voters. And it's supposed to help back and push and enforce voters' rights for African Americans and any other minority group that has the right to vote. So, listen, y'all ain't got to take my word for it. This came out the NPR yesterday. Listen, a second judge has blocked the administration census citizenship question. Now, I'm not lying. I didn't make this up. But it's not against the law to kill people, be a tyrant, and mistreat women and children. No, it's not. It's not against the law for that. No, because the Quran say that you can, well, so they say. The Quran say that you can do whatever it is, blah, say, blah. But you can't dab, and you damn sure can't do the Macarena in the middle of the goddamn street. So, right here, a second judge has blocked Trump's administrative citizen questions plan. See, I put up the real article so you can go see it for yourself. Listen. And you wouldn't believe what the question is. Can anybody tell me what the question is? Can you even imagine what the question is that they don't want added to the census? Is anybody familiar with the question that they don't want added? Because there's a question, and I'm gonna leave this out here so and I'm looking back at the phone to see to give time. No, I'm still gonna wait because I know it's a delay. Yeah, I'm giving some time to see if someone can answer the question. Because this is crazy to me. Yes. This question right here. It's a question that's being blocked. And I'm trying to understand why they're blocking it from the census. Because they ask this question everywhere else. On everything else. So I'm going to give a little time. So we're going to take a break. And we're going to come back with the last 2 great stories. But that's amazing. And I definitely don't want the mamas to go nowhere. He said, but it's not against the law to kill people, be a tyrant, and mistreat women. Boy, that's crazy. That is crazy. So, listen. This is the question. And the same question is asked everywhere. Before you get a driver's license, when you go get a job, when you're applying for credit, when you're doing a mortgage, when you're going to get a car. This question is asked everywhere. When you're in the hospital, when you're getting medical service. And the question that they want to add to the census is, are you an American citizen? And they said that if they ask that question on the census, then people would then not want to take the census. And it will make African Americans and other minorities be fearful of answering that question. Now, African Americans, we answer that question all the damn time. So how can we be fearful of answering that question? Because if we go get a driver's license, it asks, it's a checkbox. It said, I'm a citizen, I'm this, I'm that. Okay. When you go get a job, you fill out a W-9 to see if you're eligible to work in the United States, to see if you're a citizen. And then they even ask you, are you a citizen? When you go get a car, they ask. When you get insurance, they ask. When you apply for credit, they ask, are you a citizen? If you're trying to establish a business, they ask, are you a citizen? But you don't want this question added to the U.S. Census because you feel that this would offend African Americans and minorities who would have to take the census. So you block Donald Trump. Question. from being added to the census. Are you a citizen? But the last time I checked, we ask people, are they a citizen? Everywhere. You open up a bank account, they ask you, are you a citizen? You go to school, they ask you, are you a citizen? You register your children for elementary, high school, junior high, you go to college, they ask you, are you a citizen? And now, all of a sudden, this question is going to offend African Americans and minorities, and it's going to stop them from participating in the U.S. Census? Really? I'm confused. I don't understand. I'm confused. Anybody else confused? Or is that just me? I'm confused. Eyes are confused. Eyes are confused. Or is it just me? I'm confused. Because they ask you, you're a citizen any other time. They ask you, are you a citizen for simple things? You got to get verified to work in the country, even as a citizen. But I left my ID. I was supposed to bring my ID downstairs. Anybody in here in Atlanta? Because I don't know how it is in other states. But we're gonna take a break real quick, and I'll be back. But I'm gonna just say this real quick. Anybody in here in Atlanta? I know Miss Christie is. Miss Christie, do you have the new Georgia driver's license that was instituted about 2 years ago? And if you look at your driver's license or your state ID, and this is supposed to be affected in every state worldwide, and sorry to tell y'all, this was done under the Obama administration. Every state ID, every state license has a little star on the front of it. And that little star on the front of it means that your ID is registered in a national federal database. And this gives you the right to travel throughout the United States. Because if you go to an airport and they don't have that star, now they're not enforcing it, but when they do, you gotta have that little star at the top of your license in order to fly, in order to move. That was under the Obama administration. Now, under the Trump administration, man just want to know who was a citizen and who not. Because y'all still gonna count everybody in America. Y'all still gonna count every head, whether you're a citizen or not. You're still gonna count every head. But so what's wrong with the question? Because we have to answer this question everywhere else in America. So are you gonna stop asking, are you a citizen on a job application? Are you gonna stop asking what color or what origin or what ethnicity you are on a job application? I worked for the Census Project twice. People are not citizens. People that are not citizens are afraid to take the citizens because it's associated with an address, so people are afraid of harassment or deportation. And I can understand. But when you lead off to say African Americans, now I understand illegals. But apparently, according to the Trump administration, this question was so that it can help enforce the Voting Act right and other things that minorities are entitled to in this country. So if they know that you are a citizen, then there are certain rights and things that you have in this country that they want to enforce that you get. Well, that's That's their reasoning. Now, they didn't mention anything about illegal aliens, and the judge never mentioned anything about illegal aliens. What he said was African Americans and other minorities would be afraid to answer this. Now, I don't understand why Negroes would be afraid to answer the question if you're a U.S. citizen or not. And trust me, whether you here illegally or not, they know you here because your children are in the school. What's going on, my brother? How you doing? This is why I can't see why they won't answer that question given the way illegals have been treated. Oh, this is why I can see why they wouldn't want to answer that question given the way illegals have been treated. And I can understand. But like I said, though, they still ask you this question. They still ask the illegals this question when they register their kids for school. Because not all of their kids are natural born citizens. They ask this same question when you go get a job, when you go get a car, when you apply for credit, when you get a loan, when you try to buy a house. They ask this question everywhere. Are you a U.S. citizen? But I can understand the fear of illegal aliens answering that question. But my thing is, most of them working. Most of them done lied anyway. Most of them got trumped up documents anyway. And think about it. When you go get a job, you got to fill out a W-9 form. Even if you tell them folks you're a U.S. citizen, you still got to fill out this W-9 to get work verification. Yes, they do know where they're here. Yeah, they know where they at. They know where everybody at. This ain't nothing. Oh, mama came in here. Because guess what? When you go register your child, there's certain things your child need to be in the school. Social Security, birth certificate, shot records. Listen, some of them things they ain't got. But I can understand. You know, your fear of being deported. And I understand that in other countries, things aren't all the way right. But to block a question that you can just slip in real quick. You a citizen? No. Oh, okay. That matter? Nah. Because why would a legal immigrant want to take the census anyway? Why would you as an illegal try to take something, try to take the census? And who will encourage illegal aliens to take the census? Because census is based on how many seats in the House, how many seats in the Senate, how much money you get as a state for certain areas and certain needs. So why wouldn't they encourage the illegal aliens to answer the census? Because they need more money. They need more funding. They need more seats so they can have more power, so they can take over. Ta-da! So look, we're going to take a break and we're going to be back with more of That's Crazy Mondays. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Alabama man who sued the abortion clinic on behalf of an unborn child. And where the hell this dude get this R. Kelly sex tape from? Where he get that from? This new R. Kelly sex tape. Where you find this at? Who's on the tape? Be 100. Let me know. So we'll be back with more of the Way Baking Coffee Morning Show right after this. Looking to get a high school diploma or training in a high demanding career like cybersecurity, heavy equipment operator, welding, nursing? Well, attend the Adult Education and Training Research Fair Tuesday, March 19th, starting at 10 a.m. at the Andrew and Walter Young Family YMCA, as they partner with the WIOA to help you obtain a new career. Must be 18 years or older, eligible to work in the U.S., unemployed or underemployed. Training is free. Just register at Eventbrite, because this event you don't want to miss. Hi kids, the YMCA is hosting its annual Healthy Kids Day, Saturday, April 27th. Tell your parents to come join us for this free festival to celebrate healthy kids, healthy families, and healthy communities. It's packed with games, local community vendors, raffles, moonbouts, face paint, family Zumba, and yoga, live music, and much more. So come join us for Healthy Kids Day at the Andrew and Walter Young Family YMCA. To my current and expiring homeowners that are interested in credit repair, refinancing a home, or to get pre-approved for home buying, then come out to the Pearls of Wisdom for current and expiring homeowners, Sunday, April 28th from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Andrew and Walter Young Family YMCA. This event is free, but tickets are required. So go register at Eventbrite at Pearls for Homeowners.
Hey Barack, what it do? I'm wondering if I should run this by you, or is it best to address Michelle? She's a mother, she can relate well, and deliver this message to you as a wife to a husband, a woman to her man. I might sound too political, and I really need for you to understand. It's about this legislation, and that they got protecting babies. I don't see it that way. It's a loophole for mothers to ban the real daddies. The court system, they just play along, and we all know that that's dead wrong. So maybe you understand my message. It's set precedents by the end of this song. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me. No. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me. Just as you tuck in Malia and Sasha, I wanna tuck in Laura, Ajane, Yasmin. Be there when they wake up, dress and make up. Put yourself in a position you and Michelle break up. Because the arguments and the fight. Imagine not kissing your daughter's goodnight. Michelle is a man like me, paying child support. That's nothing. I wanna help with homework, cook dinner, take them to school, be a strong man for them. All their daughter dances, tell them about boys. See they graduation, first day of college. Be that show when they get that first heartbreak. I walk them down the alley, give them away. See any man can lay down to be a father, but what I'm talking about is so much larger. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me. No. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me. Should it be wrong for mothers to teach their children to grow up and hate their fathers? We understand we not together, but keep using our children will damage them forever. Stop keeping them out of lives. I need someone to sit them there to make this right. I'm not just speaking for Anthony. There's a million men in America just like me. It's not a black thing, it's a man thing. No matter our race, we all the same gang. We want the best for our children, and that has to be more than visitation on the weekend. Building real time, building that bond. No man wants to leave behind daughters that's lost. I had their mothers raise their beat sons. So Michelle and son, now believe me when I tell ya. Say I wanna be a I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me. Oh, say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Yep. Say I wanna be a dad. Please don't let them take that from me.
With more of the Wake Bacon Coffee Morning Show. Right after this, here's my man Illadelph with the ODA gang, courtesy of Big Juice. Charlie Brown, we'll be back after this.
Black money, Illadelph. No more talking, baby. Checker, you can send it to my P.O. box. All the P.O.s wanna see me sitting in that box. Prison built a date that can outbar me, and I'm shit to the beat. That's Barbary. Honestly, I don't even see you sparring with me. I'm showing Mario with the shot. I get real messy. I pull up with 2 mellow, trying Steph Curry pop a shot from the top and go swishing your net hat. And I really wanna hear about how you holding the heat. Everybody order out, but can't handle their home beat. Biting niggas want you off and recite what I said. It's fool. I spit more than a bus full of retarded kids. 2 arms, I stay strapped like a mental patient. Drop dead, that's your best life impersonation. Illa got a ghostwriter. Yeah, right. If Illa got a ghostwriter, I bet that he dead nice. And I've been listening to your sound, you sounding dumber, dumber. And you ain't had a hotline since the start of 1-800 numbers. I'm putting niggas in the hole like they adept at me. I'm ODA and I'll rap it till the death of me. Illa. Land of Laws, Clay native, North Philly native in this motherfucker. Talk to these niggas. Let go.
Who is Clay? They've been asking this for years now. To be honest, do I really speak on it? I'm the boss. Majority of the time I get a ride. We can talk money or women, I ain't never lie. See, I'm 5 ever lie. Y'all never left the airport. I'm a different breed. We've been another speed. I'm like Rocky, mixed with a lot of Creed. From the hood, but every other day a mother creed. And these youngins tatted out R.I.P. sleeves. And everybody popping perk, throwing lean back. And when they say, watch your body, really mean that. My right hand, the second bit of state. And I done did my time back and forth upstate road. Salute us real niggas, the ones that never told, never told, never told.
He's the lyrical monster. He just keep on spitting. Let's go.
Everything you could ever need. MCA, astonishing and clever. Ain't you on the 6 for the Zill? He while they was saving money. A tribe of 10. Houston, we got a problem. Mental illness, poverty, economics. He shouts something more, so the floor banging his head. Probably decided to wear the crown instead. The decisions they focus more. Quiet boy next door, the floor of it all. Animal when the gates rage when he gone. Mystic for more. Open for your applause. He's the law, not to get along with or sing on a song with. Causing conflict amongst the people in the moment. Makes sense that he own it. Punches from his own hand, snap back to being flawless. It all switch on, she pulls. The poor can't take it. He'll never fake it. 2 Street. He'll rather rap over a beat and leave them all at their feet. North Philly's own nuclear waste, running the place, working harder than most men in the trenches. He's a menace, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Wake Bacon Coffee Morning Show. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome back. That's Crazy Monday. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, we gonna get into that a little bit later on in the show, Big Juice. And from what I understand right now, there's only one. But we're gonna get into that a little later. Before we get into R. Kelly, we're going to jump into this real quick. There's an Alabama man has sued a abortion clinic on behalf of an unborn child. Now, I know this abortion thing is all in the news. I know women got rights. I know that they are trying to create infant rights, so babies don't be aborted up to the day they're born. But this man is suing an abortion clinic. How do y'all feel about that? Come on, Google, why you moving so slow? So, Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama judge has proved a wrongful death lawsuit filed by a 21-year-old man on behalf of an aborted embryo. Alabama.com, well, the AL.com reported Wednesday that Ryan Marges is calling a 6-week-old embryo Baby Roe in his suit seeking damage from an Alabama Women's Center for Reproductive Alternatives. Ryan was 19 and the girl was 16 when he had pleaded with her not to get an abortion. Her parents say that it was her decision to take the abortion pill. The case was made possible by the Madison County probate judge, Frank Barger, who ruled that Margus could represent the estate of his ex-girlfriend's aborted embryo. His attorneys said that the decision gives legitimacy to a lawsuit. Let me put this over here so I can see. He also said it gives more legs to the lawsuit, and it's also pretty monumental because it's the first time a probate court has opened a state for aborted baby. It does not establish some precedent in that it recognizes that the aborted baby is a person. I guess that would be the significance of the opening of the estate. Now, the Alabama voters approved an amendment last year declaiming the importance of an unborn life. In this case, it is significant because it is the basis of this lawsuit, which is based on this amendment, which is basically at conception, you are a person. At conception, you're considered a person. So it has significance, certainly in the case, saying that this 6-week-old fetus has rights and they are, and they file a wrongful death action. It would stand under Roe v. Wade or Planned Parenthood v. Casey. But under the Amendment 2 of the Alabama Constitution, if you are recognized as a human being at the time of conception, then certainly this 6-week-old, so in this particular case, it has a lot of significance. So Alabama passed a law that said that you are a person at conception. And so this man has filed a lawsuit of wrongful death against the abortion clinic for killing his 6-week-old baby, because apparently at conception you're considered a person in Alabama. So ladies, how y'all feel about this? Fellas, how you feel about this? Because my question becomes, you force a man to pay child support. Then at times, a woman can have a baby against a man's consent, and he's still obligated to that child. There was a case in California where he wasn't a well-known NBA star, but he ended up going to the NBA. And he had sex with this woman. He wore protection. His number one downfall was he didn't take the condom with him. He tied it up, threw it in the trash in her place. She went in, took a turkey baster, sucked out the sperm, injected herself, became pregnant with his child. The judge said he didn't care how she got pregnant. She's pregnant. The baby is here. He's responsible for the child. So if a man has to go through all these hoops, jumps, loops, and everything else, he had to go to the court to consider himself to be a father. He has to commit to pay child support just so he can see his child. Where's the daddy rights? Because the last time I checked, it was his seed that the woman was birthing. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, don't get quiet on me today. I know it's Monday. Y'all know how we get down on the Wake Bacon Coffee Morning Show. Don't get quiet on me now. Well, I can't wait to get this phone number instituted. Wait till I get this phone, because then y'all can pick up the phone and call. Because I know y'all be like, damn, we got to type. So I'm going to make it easy. Huh? No. Through Google. Oh. So y'all can be able to call, I can pick up, and we can chit-chat. But right now, right now, don't get quiet on me. What's good with the daddy rights? This man is suing. Because y'all gonna force him to pay child support now. That's a given. But the last time I checked, the seed belonged to the man anyway. And for you people that like to go sit in church on Sunday, that's what your scriptures say. I'm just asking the question. Oh, no bites? Nobody want to say nothing? Don't be like that. Don't be like that. I respect this man. Because guess what? Now, we got to look at a lot of things in this case too now. He was 19, she was 16. They didn't even bring that up. Because I think in Alabama, the consent age of sex is 16. In Georgia, I know it's 17. So, and her parents said that she had the right. Last time I checked, the parents weren't laying down with her or with him. They weren't in the room. So your daughter can go out here and do grown folk stuff, but now she can't take care of the grown folks' responsibility. Can you hear me now, Big Juice? So I just want to know, how y'all feel about this man filing a lawsuit? Her mom and daddy said that she got the right to do the abortion. The man said that it's his child. She ain't got no right to abort his child. And the judge just granted this man the right to sue on behalf of his unborn child. No takers on this one? Wow. Don't be scared. We've been kicked off Facebook for less than this. Is YouTube kicking people off? No takers, huh? No takers. On the man who's suing the abortion clinic? No takers? Just like all the sisters in the state House of Georgia representatives turned their back on the abortion bill. Because Georgia passed the abortion bill, called the heartbeat bill, that you can't have an abortion once the heartbeat is detected. And every black woman in the building stood up and turned their back when the bill was being signed. Because the bill they wanted to put in place was you can have late long-term abortion up into 30 weeks. The baby's pretty much here at that time. Oh, what's going on, Miss Margot? Welcome back, Miss Margot. There's an Alabama man who just sued an abortion clinic on behalf of his unborn fetus. So I asked the question, how do you feel about this? A man suing an abortion clinic. A man has sued an abortion clinic in Alabama. They're calling the fetus Baby Roe because Alabama has passed a new law that says at conception, you're considered a person. At conception, you're considered a person. So at conception, you're considered a person. So when this woman had an abortion, he sued the girl for having an abortion. And the probate judge, first ever in U.S. history, has sided with the father to allow him to sue the abortion clinic on behalf of the unborn fetus. It must be a hellified delay. So I asked the question, how do you feel about it? Wow, that's a crazy delay. How I go from a 10-second delay to almost a minute delay. What a way to get money. Oh, nah, he not suing for no money. Oh, he's suing for wrongful death. Yes. But my thing is, it's bigger than just him trying to get some money. This now sets pretty much a precedent for any man, because Georgia is in that district, especially in the South. Because if this goes to a higher court, especially a district court, where they still side with the father, now a man anywhere in the Southern District, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, anywhere in this Southern District, a man can now file a lawsuit against a woman against the abortion. Now, it ain't a black, well, yeah, it is a black market for the abortion. But what I'm saying, Big Juice, this now sets this stand where a man can go to court and say, hey, this woman trying to abort my child, I don't want no abortion. I don't believe in abortion. So now any man in the South, especially if this, because right now this is in probate court. The probate court granted him the right to file the lawsuit. And I guarantee you this is gonna go all the way up. Because if a district court sides with this man, now that's a federal district. That now sets the president in the entire Southern District. Miss Margot, what are we? District 7? District 5? District 7? No, we in the South. Well, we're the 11th district. But whatever our district is, I know that that covers these southern states. South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. Now this sets the precedent for any man to sue a woman for aborting his child. But it's probably based on the abortion law. And the reason why he got a good leg up, the reason why he has a good leg up, because Alabama just passed a law that said a child is considered a person at conception. So at the time the egg, the sperm fertilizes the egg, that's a person, according to Alabama. Which means that with that law, that kills all abortions. And right now, the Trump administration is only fighting for abortions under 3 reasons: rape, incest, or it's to save the mother's life. If the child during birth is going to cause harm to the mother, then that can be a decision made to get rid of the child, because it will kill the mother. That's it. And the reason why they want to overturn Roe v. Wade is because they said the lady lied on her deathbed about being raped. Because Roe v. Wade was only put together based on the fact abortions only became legal in America based on the fact that this woman was raped. And that was the court case. The court case was this woman was raped, so now we will make abortions legal based on rape, incest, or the harm for the mother. So I applaud Mr. Ryan down here in Alabama for taking a stand. For his unborn child. He took a stand. Because even my first lady said it this morning. She said a woman can say a man raped her, lie, and nothing happens to her. Nothing. There's no repercussions for people's actions anymore. So what are the repercussions of certain actions that take place? For lying. Because, hey, look at what they doing to Lil Jesse, whatever his name is, up in Chicago. Men have rights only when we go to court, Miss Margot. Our rights are not established at birth. Our rights are not established at conception. This will now establish our rights at conception. Because no man should have to go to court to say, I'm a daddy. No man should have to go through and pay an attorney and go to court to say he's a daddy. No man should have to go to court just to get visitation. Because the last time I checked, a woman is giving birth to that man's seed, his child. Because she wouldn't be pregnant if he didn't drop the seed in there. I ain't taking nothing away from the woman. I'm just telling the truth. Let's just start telling truth. Because we like to lie. We like to sugarcoat. We ain't lying today. You ain't got to take my word for it. It's in your Bible too. Think about it. A woman couldn't have child for a man. So she went and got her housemaid to have a child for him. Because it was about the offspring. It was about the lineage. It was about the bloodline. The man carrying on his bloodline, his seed. Had nothing to do with the woman. Because the man was responsible for the child. Last time I checked, a woman gives birth to a man's child. Whether you like it or not. And my thing is this: if you don't want to give birth to a man's child, then keep your legs closed. If you don't want to give birth to a man's child, keep your legs closed. Keep somebody out from in between your legs. And Planned Parenthood, you know, I'm sorry the Trump administration took your money away. But guess what? They're giving it to church organizations so they can preach abstinence. So little girls can stop having babies that little boys can't take care of. How you out here trying to have a baby and you can't even feed yourself? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Big Juice. Like your big brother. How you gonna go out here and have children? You ain't got no job. You can't even feed yourself. And in some cases, y'all mamas don't even feed y'all. I'm just being 100. If you don't want to have a baby, keep your legs closed until you're ready to have one. That's simple. It is simple. We ain't got to be talking about, oh, make sure he put on a rubber. Make sure he puts a condom on. Son, make sure you put a condom on. No, nigga. If you don't want to have no children, don't be out here having sex. Simple. If you can't feed yourself, if you ain't got your own house, if you can't pay child support, you ain't in that position. Then you shouldn't be out here doing what it takes to make babies. I don't know how simple that is. That's simple to me. Listen. Listen. Kids having kids. Now that's just sick, but unfortunately it happens. It does. They can barely take care of themselves. They can't take care of themselves. But you out here and the parents is like, oh, it's okay. Just make sure you put a rubber on. No, because they ain't gonna put no rubber on. Come on, stop being stupid. That's how you got the baby the first time. Because you didn't put the rubber on either. Stupid. That should be the plan, Miss Margot, but that's not what's being taught in the culture. You ain't ready to have no baby, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. You a baby yourself. And in your 20s, you still don't know nothing. Most of y'all out here can't cook, can't clean. You can barely boil water, but you're dropping babies. You can't even barely read or write, but you're dropping babies. Pfft. And then the first thing you want to say is, this my body. Yeah, but that's his baby. Your body, but his baby. Pull out. Listen. God forbids the pull out. Now, what you think about that? For the church folk. You folk that go sit in church. Folk that go sit in church on Sunday. God killed the man for the pull out method. Now, what do you think about that? You ain't supposed to pull out. The purpose of going in is to stay in until you're done. God killed two brothers back to back for the pull-out method. Bye-bye. And before he did it, he sent the angel down and said, hey man, listen. I'm just going to break it down in layman's terms. It was like, hey, listen. It's better to cast thy seed in the womb than it is upon the rock. God gonna be mad. And God said, if you keep dropping your seed on this rock and you don't put it in the womb, he gonna kill you the next time you do it. He thought the angel was playing. He stroking, he good. He catch that feeling. He pull out, he drop dead. And the pull-out method. Mama be like, I want to be a grandmother, make babies. Yeah, then the baby comes. Nobody wants to take care of it. That's just true. But usually, Big Juice, when that conversation is had, when a grandmother say she want to be when a grandmother say she wants to be a grandma, usually she's talking to a married couple. Usually either her son or her daughter is married. Usually they're married. And they've been married for a while and they ain't had no children because they've been trying to make sure that they are ready and established, to make sure, because they have careers that they want to get in good to. They want to put up enough money, and when they have a family, they want to be well prepared for when the babies come. That's usually when that conversation happens. Don't usually happen in no other situation. The parents have to assist in raising the children. Oh, yes. But see, that's what I'm saying. But like Big Juice said, in some situations, it's encouraged. When some parents say, girl, you 16. You want to figure it out. Oh, that man got some money, he checking for you. Oh, he a little older than you. Just don't say nothing. But go get that money. Then she come back pregnant. Kind of sound like some of these little girls who were with R. Kelly. Oh, R. Kelly want to be with you, baby? Shit, go get that money. These parents knew. Pimping the children out. Oh, you welcome, Miss Margot. You welcome, you welcome, you welcome. No problem. So, we're going to take us a quick break. And then when we come back, this third R. Kelly sex tape. Yeah. Big Juice, you been waiting on this. R. Kelly sex tape. Where the hell did this new sex tape come from? How did he get it? Where did he get it from? R. Kelly, are you really in this much trouble? That's great. If you're well established and you take care of your kids, but in today's world, it's not really like that anymore. Of course, Big Juice. That's the problem. Because ain't no more daddies in the house. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But anyway, we're going to get into this R. Kelly, the third sex tape, when we come right back, right after this, on the Way Back and Coffee Morning Show. Looking to get a high school diploma or train in a high-demand career like security, heavy equipment operator, welding, nursing? Well, attend the Adult Education and Training Research Fair Tuesday, March 19th, starting at 10 a.m. at the Andrew and Walter Young Family YMCA, as they partner with the WIOA to help you attain a new career. Must be 18 years or older, eligible to work in the U.S., unemployed or underemployed. Training is free. Just register at Eventbrite, because this event you don't want to miss. Hi kids, the YMCA is hosting its annual Healthy Kids Day, Saturday, April 27th. Tell your parents to come join us for this free festival. Celebrate healthy kids, healthy families, and healthy communities. It's packed with games, local community vendors, raffles, moonlights, face painting, family Zumba, and yoga, live music, and much more. So come join us for Healthy Kids Day at the Andrew and Walter Young Family YMCA. To my current and expiring homeowners that are interested in credit repair, refinancing a home, or to get pre-approved for home buying, come out to the Pearls of Wisdom for current and expiring homeowners. Sunday, April 28th from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Andrew and Walter Young Family YMCA. This event is free, but tickets are required. So go register at Eventbrite at Pearls for Homeowners. We'll be right back. Right after this little small break, we'll be back. And we're going to get into this R. Kelly sex tape. Big Juice talking about he want to see it. I ain't got it. So we'll be back right after this.
I'm doing the best that I possibly can for not you, for just everybody. I got to take care of myself. I got to make sure I'm making it happen. I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do for everybody. You wildin', man. Like, yo, this shit is really crazy out here for me, for real. It's like the world is on my shoulders, man, and ain't nothing more I could do.
I made
came in for, yeah, the cloud behind the tabernacle. And you would hear this and swear that I was coming at you like I loaded this weapon, and now I just aim it at you. Call a nigga a bastard, and only thing is fame I'm after. The only thing I care about is bags and hoes I'm after. I sit back and rewind, I'm viewing all the chapters. I'm sick back of my mind knowing the final chapter. Told my sister in the hallway, what's the final outcome? No sweaters or hoodies and fuck a white tee. Only showing papes now, love is through the bag, E. I booked the flight and I made it there to Kashi, NY nigga, and many niggas don't like me. Sometimes I feel like if I got the weight of the world on my shoulders, the world on my shoulders. Sometimes I feel like if I got the world on my shoulders, the world on my shoulders. As a nigga get older, the streets getting colder, my kids getting older. Got 4 of them niggas, so how a nigga gon' spoil them? And got 6 figures and a nigga ain't ballin'. My kids ain't calling, they mama dumb sick. Just letting this happen while I'm stuck in this trap shit. A nigga can't talk unless it's all is rapping. They doing the most while I'm making it happen. They talking crazy, let alone that don't feed papes. I'm out here on the grind beyond the tri-state, punching in about 5, then I'm out about 2. My Mooka Luka asking me, Theo, you gonna bust a move? I had to figure it out, it had to be soon. Had to get up in the bed and make it out the living room. Had to make me a stash, boy, yeah, I'm digging room. 40 hours on the clock, and it was overtime. Punching in on the block, 1 o'clock, overtime. I'm low slumping, I'm swagged up, but I'm still P. Bipolar or broke, nigga, I'm still me. I fed families never fed me. I put my own pain in, nobody raised me. I got game, but I ain't playing on no full court. Roll me up a Bleeze 9E, then smoke a Newport. The weight's heavy on my shoulder blades and eyelids. Sometimes I feel like if I got the weight of the world on my shoulders, the world on my shoulders. Sometimes I feel like if I got the world on my shoulders, the world on my shoulders. As a nigga get older, the streets getting colder, my kids getting older. Got 4 of them niggas, so how a nigga gon' spoil them? And got 6 figures and a nigga ain't ballin'. My kids ain't calling, they mama dumb sick. She's letting this happen while I'm stuck in this trap shit. A nigga can't talk unless it's all is rapping. They doing the most while I'm making it happen. My legs weaker from all the grinding that I did. I'm on a mission, a crash course, no funny shit. Everybody had jokes on me when I was bumming it. I did this sit in the crib, fucked up having nothing, nigga. Child support killing my soul, you did nothing, nigga. I got the vision clears, Picasso picture. It's straight to the top, yeah, or they gon' miss this nigga. I got the show on my face already, you get a picture.
Yes. Welcome back to the Wake Bacon Coffee Morning Show. We are here, man. We are live. We are back. What it do, Big Juice? We here. All right. So, what we all been waiting for. It's new R. Kelly sex tape. Okay? New R. Kelly sex tape. Listen, man. Listen. They trying to get this man. So, apparently, here's this new sex tape that was turned over by the attorney of the same woman. This attorney represented this same woman in the case against Donald Trump. Vanity Tie, whatever his name is. Apparently he has a sex tape. It says, with a naked man who appears to be R. Kelly. Not that it is R. Kelly, but appears to be. And here's a girl calling him daddy. They claim that whoever is on the video where they said R. Kelly refers. Now, y'all still can't confirm that it's R. Kelly on the video. However, yet, you said it appears to be, not that it is. Okay, and refers to the victim's genitals as 14-year-old PU. Y'all know the rest. It said, this is crazy. So now, they said the video has nothing to do with the 2002 case. And this new video, now, apparently, now this is what I heard in a press conference yesterday, and I can't find the press conference, but what I heard in a press conference yesterday was there was a man who was cleaning, I think it was his attic or his basement. Now peep this. Hey, the investigators are having fun with the tape. I bet they are. Big Juice, you stupid. But what I heard yesterday, well, there was a man, he was kind of like doing spring cleaning. And in the spring cleaning, he found a box of old videotapes. And apparently, yeah, I see that, Miss Margot. Huh. Let me see if I can. How do you do this? Come on back. Come on back. Because you're pushing out good. Maybe you're still stuck. You're stuck somewhere. Why are you stuck? Because you're good on this side. I don't understand why. Because just a minute ago you told me I was putting out too much. Now I'm putting out too much. Now I'm putting out too low. Can you see me? I'm coming back. There we go. No. Putting out good. No, you putting out bad. What's poppin'? Stop. Yeah. Come on, YouTube. Need something. What's poppin'? Ooh. Innovative. I don't care about that. Trying to figure out why are you putting out why are you saying bad? Yeah, up. Can you see me? I'm still frozen. There we go. Maybe. No. What does this say? YouTube is not receiving notice. Can you see me? I'm skipping. Why? doesn't have any drop frames. Can y'all see me? Oh, stop playing. Can you see me? There we go. No. We're skipping. Doo-doo-doo. Oh. Okay. Can you see me? Are we back? Hold on. It's a crazy ass delay. Boy, this is crazy. Can you see me? Can you hear me? This is crazy. Oh, I guess we weren't supposed to talk about R. Kelly, Big Juice. Now all of a sudden we can't play. The keyframes are bad. Same keyframes that I started off. Let me see something. Why they doing me like that? Maybe they missing Mama Quee today.